Coming up on this episode, I've been sitting on this story since last summer and honestly, it's time.
Oh.
Like a Duracell bunny on acid, on speed, on every single amphetamine going. That's me.
Had a little bit of a gangster drama.
Oh, well, it is Tottenham,
Well,
babes.
honestly, as I came
You're in the
out-
thick of it there.
Well,
What do you
yes.
expect?
We at the hotel, motel,
Oh, I know
holiday.
Pitbull.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Boris!
Be warned, it's Monday. It's LuAnna. And this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, general, explicit content. But you know you love it.
Guten Tagen.
Good morning.
How
good
many
morning.
languages can you say good morning in?
Konnichiwa. Is that right?
It's not
Japanese?
good morning,
Is that right, Em?
but
Is it not? What does it mean, Em?
It's probably
Im's
says
is here.
hello, no?
Ims is here bringing knowledge. Okay, let's not make
Okay.
it too hard.
Ciao.
Let's just do hello.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, no.
Hello.
Hello.
Don't know where that's from. I'm sure somewhere.
Konnichiwa.
I said that.
Sawadika.
What's Sawadika?
Thai. Sawadika.
Sawadika. Brilliant. Thank you, Lou. Ciao. I've said that one. Buongiorno.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh. What's Spanish for hello? Hola.
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 Im's got
come on,
any
Ims.
knowledge to bring to the table?
Oh, I've got another one. Good day.
We've
All
done
right,
bonjour.
mate.
What's that?
We've done bonjour.
Bond
Yeah.
or bonge is how we used to call it. Bonge.
No, that's not real.
No, that is real, Lou.
What other languages?
Well-
We're not very worldly.
Well, hello and hi is the same in like, lots of different languages.
Yeah.
Guten Tagen.
Did that one. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Basically, we're thick. And do you know what? I realised this.
What,
when,
we're
Ni hao.
when I was
What?
on my...
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Oh, what's
there you go.
that?
That's
I reckon she's just Googled that.
that's that Japanese.
No.
Chinese.
Japanese.
Chinese.
Chinese. Ni hao.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ni hao. No.
Sawadika.
No. What about
What
what about
salam alaikum,
Yeah.
what's that one?
Arabic.
I was
Salam
about to say
alaikum.
you must know some Arabic. Being
Of course
being
I
a
do.
Dupes.
Now I'm a
being
dual
a
citizen.
dual citizen.
Yeah, salam alaikum.
That's about as far as we
Oh,
all
hold
can
on.
go.
What is it in Hebrew?
Yasu.
Oh, Yasu Esigala. Of course, it's Greek.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, how do you not know that? You had
I
a Greek
do know
dad.
it. I just said hello. How are you in Greek?
Come on, Emma. You must have one other.
Wait, what is
We've done quite a lot of languages.
I'd say we are quite learned. Actually, my favourite was G'day. To all of us, we have a lot of Australian listeners now.
Well,
G'day to our
Oh,
Aussies.
yeah, g'day.
G'day, Aussies.
and Dubai? Salam alaikum to you.
There you go. And just bond, word up, morning,
Bonjour.
you fuckers, to all you Brits.
What about
There you
Dutch and stuff? We've not been there.
I think Dutch is probably a hello.
Hello.
I see. I said hello.
Situation.
It covers a lot. Ha, ha.
And what about taxi? It's always taxi, isn't it? In
What's
every
taxi?
language. Taxi is taxi. Everybody
it?
says taxi, don't they? Like, can I have a taxi? That's
Yeah.
like a
Do you know what?
That's
that-
universal.
No, this is the universal.
We've got
it's
people
the sign
listening
language.
to this pod now, by the way, screaming other hellos at us.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're very uneducated. And we don't profess to be. Emmo's like, speak for yourself, love.
Yeah.
Anyway, morning, Imogen.
Morning.
How are we, producer Immo? How are you? What kind of guff have you been up to? Anything to share?
I'm very well. I'm really excited
Why?
because tonight,
Is the
Monday,
night.
the
Oh, she's going
9th
to a
of
gig.
June,
Yeah.
I'm going to Pitbull.
Are you?
Yeah.
I didn't have you down for a Pitbull fan.
I don't know
love
what
a bit of
Pitbull is.
Pitbull.
And nor does
Hey,
Bex.
brother. Oh, that's Avicii, isn't it? Yeah. Give us a Pitbull,
Pitbull.
Immo.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, there's so many.
Where's he playing?
He does. We at the hotel, motel,
I know
holiday.
Pitbull.
Yeah.
I know that song.
You
This
do.
always happens to me, you see. I know the song,
Yeah.
not the artist. I'm one of those people.
Lou, so am I. And when the kids are singing in the back of the car, I now am that granny that has to then press my radio
see
to check which artist
What
it is.
song it is.
He
'Cause
does
they're-
lots of good like party songs.
Are you going to get down and dirty then?
Yeah, we're going to dress up as Pitbull because that's what people do.
That is what people do.
Have you got like one of those fake sleeve
It's the
caps?
hat, isn't it? They wear the ball caps,
The
don't
ball
they?
cap
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh.
What? Where is he on?
at the O2, I think.
Wow.
Do you want to hear my?
That's going to be a good dirty gig. You're going to get down and dirty. You're going to slut drop.
Yeah, I went to, speaking of gigs, not often I get out, guys, let's be honest.
you went
Not
to Beyonce.
I went to Queen Bey.
Yeah.
It was very fun. Although I'm just going to put it out there.
I saw you tied up in the same dress.
As at a White House.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we went as guests and never fully dressed.
Oh, yeah, you did invite me, but
Yes,
I
you were
chose to
invited.
ride my horses
You
instead.
Did. You did. This is how
General
they roll.
theme.
Yeah, it's a
And
general
then, do you
theme.
know what? I was talking to Andrew the other day,
yeah.
and I said, oh, Anna and I got invited to the BAFTAs, but I didn't go, I was riding. And he went, what, you didn't go? And I was like, oh, it's boring, all that shit. And he went, yeah, but the BAFTAs is a really good one, babe. And I was like, nah, I couldn't be bothered to go.
This is why I love you.
And Andrew was
Even
like,
Andrew
"You
couldn't
should have gone."
understand.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
But I love that about you. You're just like time priorities. You'd rather be on your Gigi. Loved it. Absolutely loved Beyonce. It was so much fun. Thank you so much to Gemma and Never Fully Dressed for inviting us.
Their clothes are nice, aren't they?
Really
I don't
lovely.
have much of their stuff. Do you know why? Because I always look on their website and it's kind of like not cheap and not expensive. It's like mid-range.
It's, yeah.
And then I always think, is it going to be shit quality?
Honestly, love it. Love
Because
it.
I always wonder,
They're such
are
good
they
cuts.
just cheap clothes that they just mark up to be mid-range?
No, I can
Because they
confirm.
sit in that. So
I can confirm.
I never get anything from them.
Well, I think you perhaps need to have a little haul sent over to you because they are beautiful clothes.
Are they? They do
Honestly,
nice designs.
beautiful. I wear loads of them for celebs go dating, and honestly, this dress, the cut of this dress was absolutely
Oh, you
stunning.
did
I'm
look
honestly
lovely.
not just saying it.
How
I
is
love
old
their clothes.
Anna Whitehouse, Mother Pucker?
Mother Pucker was
She
in
had another
great
baby,
form.
didn't she?
She has had a baby. She was in good form. It was really fun actually. We turned up and so old OG pals. And I know, sorry, my feet are filthy. We've been out in your grass this morning. That's why. We've been overachieving this morning.
We've actually got
overachieved.
filthy feet.
We've got filthy feet.
I've got glitter on mine there and you've got mud on yours.
Mine are just
Show the
disgusting.
camera.
Yeah, look at our
Look,
dirty
I've
feet.
got glitter.
Can I just say
No,
that?
mine aren't that dirty.
Huh?
Oh, only feet.
Yeah, exactly. This could be earning us
Come
£1,000.
to us and you'll see beautiful feet
Covered in dog
This is
shit.
only going to be good. If you're listening and not watching us on YouTube, that is going to
It
be
is.
a really shit part of the
It is.
podcast. If you're watching it on YouTube,
Enjoy it.
great foot content.
Enjoy the foot content. We're giving that shit away for free. Anyway, it was really fun. We were in a very nice hospitality suite. I saw my old pal Zoe Hardman,
Oh, I
Denise
like
Finalta,
her.
Angelica Bell, who's just come out of Step Big Brother. It was good to see her.
I don't know who she is.
I've known her. We used to do kids telly way
Really?
back in the day, but
Her name rings a bell.
rings a bell.
But I can't
She's an absolute
picture her. I
ledge.
didn't watch any of Celeb Big Brother.
No, it was a pretty good
It used
series.
to be quite. Did
It's
you
very-
watch
it's
it?
on and off, only because I'm just
I just
busy.
don't have
I don't have time. I don't have time.
I know. I don't have the time
Babes,
to
I don't even
commit
have
to
time
these
to
TV
watch my
shows.
own telly shows, let alone
Yeah.
everybody else's.
I don't have time to watch your telly shows.
No, I know, and it's fine. We get it. But
don't
it
like
was
watching
It was
telly.
really fun, and thank you so much. It was so beautiful. Honestly, the clothes, by the way, honestly, they're banging. Although this is. It was an interesting choice of stadium. I don't know why people
Where
keep
was
choosing.
it?
Well, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium's become like the new
Oh,
venue,
really?
right? Yeah.
More than the O2. Maybe
well, I
is it bigger capacity?
I don't know if I'm
so.
honest with you. Is it? Is it, Imo?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe it is
Must
actually.
be, and that's
Must
why they're
be.
choosing it.
I mean, it was a
Oh, Wembley.
stunning.
Is it bigger than Wembley? Where did I
So-
see Taylor Swift? Taylor was on at Wembley, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah, I think I took the kids to Wembley Stadium.
Wembley capacity.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick gander on the Google.
Well.
Because I want
The
to know
O2
why.
capacity
Yeah.
is only 20,000.
Go on.
Oh, well, that's not enough.
What's
Wembley Stadium is 90,000.
Wow.
That's
Tottenham
big.
Hotspur Stadium
Go on.
is 62.
70. Oh, 62.
Is it?
Strange then that she didn't do Wembley Stadium.
But
Interesting.
maybe it's more if you can be on the floor as well.
And actually,
Yes.
so much of
Because I
the
don't know if they're just talking about the football.
Oh, yeah, good point, actually. Because all of her staging went all the way across sort of where the football pitch is and people were obviously standing.
Really?
It was a stunning show. Absolutely
She's
loved
good
it.
then.
Absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. Although I'm going to say it's an odd place to get to, Tottenham,
Is it?
where Tottenham Stadium is, in Tottenham, obviously. But so on my way out, I've just put add a little bit of a gangster drama.
Oh, well, it
'Cause-
is Tottenham,
Well,
babes.
honestly, as I came
You're
out,
in the thick of it there.
Well,
What do you expect?
Because as we came out, so I was trying to tried to get a bit earlier because I had
Bumba
filming in the morning. Mate, you joke.
Yeah, you're the home of
So
all
I
that.
went to go and get in my
Imo's
cab.
just eye-rolled and is wondering, do I need to take that out?
Yes,
I
mum.
don't think you do.
Well,
That's like general talk
Anyway.
for North London.
Brilliant.
Come on.
Came out of the stadium. My Uber driver was, saying, and I'm thinking, how the bloody hell am I going to find my Uber driver? So I was like, strategic leave 15 minutes early, obviously. So came out, running down the road. Hannah Whitehouse in tow, obviously, as well. Good old Anna. She's like, can I jump in your car? And then we can get out to like. We made a joke about that.
Where does she live, though?
She's just moved, actually, into Hertfordshire.
Oh, so that made sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, so I'm trying to find my dude. Found my dude. Lovely man, by the way. Lovely. He got out of the car. He went, I've managed to find a little car space, around a little back road. So like running. So I got in the car and it was all starting to get a bit chaotic. People are now coming out in swathes. Those 55,000 are starting. And this is it's just not built for crowds. Like, I don't know how they've stuck a football stadium in the middle of like a massive housing estate because it's not conducive to like anybody. Residents quite rightly are getting pissed off about it as well.
Well, they should be wiser because my friend used to live near Arsenal. And Arsenal's quite similar. The stadium's just like in the housing estate. So every time there was a game on, my friend would get his barbecue out and he would serve the best burgers and sausages. I mean, he's into catering anyway, but out of his little side
What a brilliant idea.
They paid off the mortgage doing that.
Can I just say?
That
is entrepreneurial.
That is entrepreneurial. So and then the burgers started to become more famous and they used to do it out their gate. Him and his wife paid off their mortgage.
I really love that.
Isn't that amazing?
I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the people that did this instead
people in Tottenham should be a bit cleverer, a bit more entrepreneurial.
Maybe
less gangster.
Well, talking of gangsters, I was getting in my Uber. I was like, let's get in. I mean, I'll be honest, I could not have looked more white, middle class, like fish out of water if I tried. As I got into my Uber, this group of lads walked past, and I knew the residents were getting eggy because the driver said about it. But they literally, and it's not funny, and I'm not laughing about this, but I shit my pants, right? They basically they had their phone in their hand as they walked past. They went and did like a gun, like pow with their gun at me. Well, I thought it was a gun, didn't I? So I shit myself and like fell into the footwell. And then they were literally, and as I got up.
She made a dive.
Yeah, I made a dive.
Because somebody waved their phone at her.
And then as I got out, the guys were literally cracking up, creasing up because they knew they'd just shit me out. And I was just like, and I was like, come on.
So mean.
Come on. I was like, look, I'm a woman on the edge here. I live in Vicar of Dibley. I mean, I'm not used to these parts.
The streets.
Street
life. Well, let me tell you something about street life.
We had a great time. Go on.
So I had to take Dixie and her friends to a party this weekend and it was in, where was it? Mersey Island.
Oh, Mersey Island.
I've never been to Mersey Island.
Yeah.
It's quite far away from me. It took about an hour to get to. Anyway, so we're on the way there. We're driving through all these different parts and we get to this typical sort of council estate, I suppose. We're driving through it. There is the biggest fight at the side of the road. These two massive grown men, like a bit, they're like 18 stone, proper going at each other.
No.
Oh, someone with purple hair shouting, "You're right, Chad! You're right, Chad!" And the girls, like, so all the cars stop. And then I was like, "Oh, look, girls, there's a fight." And then Dixie
Only
and her...
Louisa can be excited about this. Whoa, back in my hood, back in my Battersea hood.
Like, look, girls, there's a fight. Well, they've never seen a fight before, have they? Dixie and her little sheltered friend,
sheltered.
Seren.
They haven't lived our life.
They've not lived. And they were like, "Oh my!"
I am joking.
Oh my goodness! It was like a sketch out of Catherine Tate, except I wasn't the Catherine Tate mum. So the kids are like, "Oh God, that's terrible." And I said, "Well, council estate life." And they went, "But what is a council estate,
you're
mummy?"
not joking.
And I was like, "Oh my God."
You need to take them back to where you grew up.
I do. I need to take them with Nonna to Battersea.
Yes.
Battersea's really nice now. It's Battersea now.
Actually, to be fair, Battersea is not a good reflection.
I can't take them to Battersea.
No, that's gentrified now.
So
it's not real.
I had to. Oh look, the ducks are here. I had to explain to them like what a council estate is, what benefits are.
Are you joking?
No, I had to explain. Well, how would they know
if you haven't explained it? How would they? Yeah.
They couldn't believe it, and they were like, "But why don't they get a job?" And I was like, "Well, people do work hard and they
yeah,
do try and get a job, but some people don't have the same education as others or the same privileges or opportunity or just generally they haven't been raised with that work ethic and that's then not passed on.
Or they've hit on hard times.
Whole families that just choose to live like that. And then I had to really and then I did get a bit like, oh God, I failed as a mum. The bubble needs to be burst. So I'm going to take them on little day trips out.
They need to experience the real world, hard graft, people that are actually living and grafting and
then
just doing their best.
I was trying to explain to them, like, they're actually like, they're nicer people. That type of like working class people are often much nicer and much more hospitable than wealthy. No, they are. If you get down, it's always like, come in, have a cup of tea, that type of vibe. You don't get that with these rich wankers.
No, you don't.
You don't. You really don't. That is very much. Anyway, they were shocked and the fight. And then we had to watch the fight because all the cars stopped.
Park it up. There we go.
And then the fight like separated. But yeah, I had to educate my daughter.
I think it's very important.
And I was like, no, we need to be going on that tube to all the ends. You need to see a bit of life.
Well, that is life, you know. Everybody, has different ways of living.
They couldn't believe it, let me tell you.
There you are.
And then I said to them, you would never cope, girls, in the real world. We
Not
need
in the
to
real
stop
world.
this. You're now 15.
Need to live a bit.
We need to live a bit.
Need
you
to
need
learn
to be
real
picking
graft.
up those cigarette butts off the street
That's
and
it.
smoking them. Remember when you used to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Because you wanted to try smoking when you were younger and you'd go scrounging around for the cigarette butts
fag
and you
butts.
just pick them up and light them and smoke them. Did you do that too?
Oh, who didn't?
Why did we do that?
Did
you ever do that, Imo?
No.
Oh. A different generation.
Imo's like, you skanky bitches.
So we used to like think smoking was cool when we were younger. We've got loads
you
of
wanted
people
to
listening
try
that can
it.
relate. And
Yeah.
you wanted to try it,
You
right?
picked
Because our
up-
parents smoked. Did your parents
Yeah,
smoke?
my dad did, yeah.
Our parents were smokers. So you used to go, and obviously you couldn't buy cigarettes because you were under 16. So you'd go and find the butts on the street
and you'd try and
pick
find
them up and try and find one with a bit of an
a
end.
bit of fag left
Yeah.
on it. And then,
and then you'd all take a drag.
take a drag on this like
Yeah.
Embassy #1
Yeah. Or the
like,
Marlboro
Reds
Marlboro
or
Reds.
Lambert and Butler.
Yeah.
And oh my God, yeah, and then sometimes you'd even like split a load of little different fag butts to put in one Rizzler paper
Yes.
to then make a
To make
homemade
up-
fag.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it would all taste of
Yeah.
like half smoked
Oh,
baccy.
it was
Do you
all
remember?
about smoking, horrible. But that's what we did.
That's what we did.
And I feel like
Our
Scabby
kids,
bitches.
our
skanky
kids,
bitches.
yeah, but look at us,
we are
thriving.
Look,
We're not just surviving, we're thriving, okay? Okay.
okay. Look,
And that's how we grew up.
We might-
Cider,
in the
bit of
park.
white lightning.
2020.
Yeah.
We used to sit in the local park and drink 2020, and I used to get my dinner money. This was when I was in secondary school. I used to save up my dinner money. Ask the lower sixth boys. It was a guy called Lawrence. And when he used to go down, because the sixth, he wasn't. When they were the sixth form was allowed to go into town. So then you'd I think Mum gave me a tenner a week. And I think you could get
Stash the cash.
You stash the
Starve.
cash. You starve
for the cider.
And I'd make myself a sandwich incognito at home. But she'd given me, it was £2 a day then for school dinners.
It was.
Yeah, and save up my tenner and then get Lawrence to go get me a bottle of 2020 and 10 fags, which you then go down to the park of a Friday night, and then that's what you did.
All
You sat
hang out.
You sat on the swings,
yeah.
smoked your pack of fags.
Yeah.
2's up, 5's up, 6 up.
Give me a drag.
Yeah.
Give me a drag.
And then you drink your bottle of 2020,
Yeah.
and then you'd get picked up by your parents, bollocked, grounded for the next 2 weeks,
And
thrown
then-
up in a toilet, and then off
do
you
it all
go.
again.
Oh, those were the days.
The guy that bought us alcohol was Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell.
How fun. God, like those core memories. What do our kids have?
Core memories, mate.
Not that.
Core memories.
It's sad now. They're so sheltered, aren't they, these kids? I hate it, but you have to do it.
I mean, I'll be honest. Yeah, that was a rite of passage.
See? See, I've jogged your memory
Right,
there.
you have. I'm thinking fondly. How we? Hey, listen. Do you know what? Before we move on,
And we never caught hepatitis
well, thank God for that.
from smoking.
we got chlamydia and everything else, though.
Yeah, I actually only ever got chlamydia.
Yeah,
Didn't
me
get
too.
gonorrhea.
No,
Did you?
No, never anything else.
Yeah, I only got
Never
chlamydia.
anything else. It must have been
Chlamydia
doing.
was
It was doing all the rage.
rounds.
It was the STI of dreams.
Yeah. If you didn't get chlamydia,
You hadn't lived.
and have a few drags from a skanky butt on the floor whilst drinking cider in the park and sometimes giving a blowjob,
Then
you haven't lived.
Then you didn't do the 90s.
You're not a 90s kid.
No, you weren't 90s kid. Listen, just quickly, you had your birthday.
Oh, yeah.
How was your birthday?
Happy birthday to me. I'm now super old.
You are.
I'm having Botox tomorrow.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Dr. Leah.
How was your birthday?
It was so magical. It was the total opposite of everything we've just described, actually.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. That was our childhood.
Now
And
into
now
adulthood.
into adulthood.
It was classy, elegant. I went horse riding every day.
So you weren't smoking fag butts
No.
off the floor.
I drank fine wine. I did like wine tasting to music. I did beekeeping. I've not posted that reel
All right,
yet.
Meghan Markle.
I felt like Meghan,
You felt like Meghan.
but properly British. She's just a fake one.
I mean, she's not British, Lou.
Yeah, but she tries to be more British, I think, now.
All I know is about
tried to
Meghan
class
is
it
that
up.
those
She's from the
clips
Bronx.
around that podcast episode she's done recently just don't stop flooding
What
my
one?
feed. It just everyone's laying into her. She's done some insipid episode with a friend of hers, and she talks a lot about grafting and sprinkling flowers on scrambled eggs. It's all I keep seeing on my algorithms.
I like flowers on scrambled eggs.
She's your audience, Lou.
I was living my best life. I loved it. That hotel was stunning.
Well-
all the staff dress up like in the olden days, and everything's like wood and leather and rustic charm. And it was just I went truffle hunting with a little dog called Ronnie.
Can I just
And
say-
I beekeeped, and I did pottery with a little headscarf on.
Lou,
And
at
I
one
just
point,
felt blessed.
we're on obviously on several WhatsApp chats here, and at one point, Agent Sam had asked just for something, as we just generally chatted.
No, I just wanted to be left alone.
and Lou just went,
didn't want to entertain
back in
our
a
chats.
bit, I'm just truffle hunting.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
Sam was like, of course
can't
you
respond.
are. Of course you are.
Truffle
Listen,
hunting.
Lou, obviously it was your birthday.
Yeah.
And I never know what to get you.
Nothing. You never get me anything.
Well,
Have
I'm
you
just
got me
gonna
something?
have to pop out.
What have you got
Okay.
me?
So, well,
Oh, this is rare for you.
This is rare. This is rare.
I
So
bet someone else suggested this. If I know Anna, can I just say, she wouldn't have been the one. Someone would have said to Anna, we should do this with Lou on the pod. And the way you're reacting, I absolutely know that this wasn't your idea. And you're about to take all the credit. Who deserves the credit? Is it Bex or is it Imo? Or is it Agent Sam? It's Agent Sam. Isn't it? It's always Agent Sam. Yeah. Agent Sam.
However,
Okay.
I've had to modify my weekend to intercept this shit.
Oh.
So let's just say
Shall I close
it's
my
the
eyes?
thought that. Well, no, we'll just hang on. Right, hang on. Back in a minute.
I'll close my eyes and put out my hands.
Right, it's going to take a minute.
Or should I open my eyes?
Your eyes now, and then I'll say it's closed.
Okay. Wow. Well, this is exciting. I knew it would be her idea, whatever this is. At least if it's shit, it won't be too embarrassing because it's Agent Sam and she's not here.
True.
So, is it good? Bex is telling me it's good. Is it good, Imo?
Yeah, you'll like it.
Is she about to walk in with a black swan? I'd quite like a black swan. Or a llama, an alpaca, a baby goat.
Oh my.
Oh, a micro pig. I'd really want a micro pig.
Closing your eyes.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a micro pig.
It's not a micro pig. If you closed your eyes.
Yeah, is it alive? Shall I guess what it is?
No,
Is it a gift or is it a person?
it's not a person.
Okay. Is it Peter Andre?
No.
Okay.
Okay, closing your eyes.
Yeah, they're closed. Come on.
Right, okay.
Where are you?
Right, don't do anything. Just
Will
sit
it fit
down.
in my hands?
Yes, it will.
It's not alive.
No, it's not alive. It could be alive.
Oh
Well,
no.
it is alive, but in another form. It is
Oh, my
alive, but in
God.
another form.
No, don't. It's not a snake, is it?
No. Okay.
Am I going to be scared?
No. You're gonna love it.
Is it a nice
You
gift?
can open your eyes in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, it's Boris! As a cake.
It's a cake.
Shut the front door. We can't eat that.
I know. It's an actual cake.
Oh my, it's really heavy, isn't it? Put it on there.
No, do you love it?
That? Who made
The
this?
most incredible woman called Grace.
Oh
Okay.
my
Tell
God,
Anna to
it's...
get on mic.
What?
Tell Anna to get on mic.
Can you get on your mic?
Oh yeah. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on a minute. Hang on 2 seconds. Ow, ow, ow.
stop. That cannot be a cake. It's Boris. It's Boris as a cake.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on.
It's amazing.
Let me get on the. Let me get back on the mic.
This is, don't break it. You're such a
Elephant.
elephant.
Hang on. So this is made by
Oh my
Grace
God, wait, let's
Eva Cakes, okay? So I just want to, can I tell you the story behind this? Okay, so you are right, you know me far too well.
I cannot believe it.
Well, Agent Sam.
That's amazing.
Do you love it? Isn't it amazing?
That is amazing.
She's incredible.
It's a Boris cake.
So it's
How
Boris.
has she done that?
It's Boris. It's Boris. She's incredible. Now I'm going to get happy birthday,
I love
darling.
it so much.
Oh well, it's Grace. You need to say thank you
I
to.
can't
really.
eat Boris though.
I know. So let me tell you the story. So Agent Sam. So I did want to get you something. I was like, I don't know what to get. And then Sam, a couple of weeks ago, she was like, there's this amazing cake person. She's like, and I was like, I know, but I don't know if she, well, you need to eat cake. She was like, no, this is an amazing person. Anyway,
can't eat it.
so
It's too
Grace said she wanted to make this cake, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So Grace has made this lovely cake.
It's amazing.
Yesterday, I'm in my house yesterday. So I know I came over yesterday.
Yeah, you came over.
So I was hanging around waiting.
Yeah.
Grace and her lovely husband,
they
Steve,
deliver it?
drove all the way from Yorkshire
Stop it.
to deliver this cake, okay?
Oh
because
my God.
they love us. She knows
Grace.
you're into your cakes. Well, not into your Boris, into your ducks.
It's the best cake I've ever seen.
It's amazing, isn't it? So thank
It's so
you.
amazing. She's even got the quiff to
I
the
know,
right side.
I know.
She must have really studied pictures.
She did.
She's an artist.
She's an artist, and she.
It's amazing.
And I sent them off. Alex and I sent them off to the local pub for some pub lunch
Oh.
afterwards because they drove all the way from Yorkshire.
I can't believe it.
Yeah. So happy birthday,
Gotta look at it
darling.
again. Thank
Can we take some pickies, Bex? Do you love her? Him? You even read the front.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Would you believe it? Over 8 billion people on the planet, and the two of us are the funniest.
According to iTunes, in the top comedy charts.
It is true.
It is true.
We're the funniest two fuckers.
Apparently so. According to iTunes and Spotify.
And do you know how you know that Anna's getting old? She's dated. the
Oh, I always
card.
do that.
June 25.
I always do that.
My dearest Lou, my ride or die, happy birthday,
Didn't
you
intend you to
utter
read this
legend.
out. It's going to be private. No, it's fine. I'm joking. No, go on.
Thank you for being everything and more to me on our crazy journey. Here's to even more.
There you go.
Spanner.
There you go. There we are.
I mean, thank you, Grace. I cannot believe how amazing this
brilliant,
cake is.
isn't it?
It's actually has shell shocked me.
And also the faffing and fannying about of getting this in the car.
Oh,
If
you
I had
must
to
have been
drive
well
over,
nervous.
I was. And then Elle yesterday, because I popped over yesterday
Yeah.
with Fanny just with Elle, just while Enzo was at a birthday party. Elle was about to blow out, I'm going to tell Lulu about her duck cake. And I was like, no.
Elle,
And
you
she's
little
like,
fucker.
she's like, why, mummy? Why? Don't lie. I'm not lying. It's
We're
a
just not
surprise.
telling.
Yeah.
I
So
love
there we
it.
go.
Shall I leave Boris?
Should we leave
there?
Boris there? Or would you like me to put Boris in the corner if you're going to need to put your feet up for the rest of the
I'm
year?
all right. Don't need my feet
Are you
up.
sure you like Boris there for the episode? Okay, well, happy birthday, darling.
I love it so much.
I
Don't.
get my massive feet out the way.
Yeah, because you're going to knock
That's why
Boris.
I'm slightly concerned. Like, yeah, put Boris your way.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It looks like Boris.
It is Boris. You need to get Boris the duck alongside Boris the
I
cake.
do. He was probably just here.
But he was.
Anyway.
Right, well, let's move on then.
Thank you so much.
Very
it's
welcome.
now LuAnna and Boris.
Yeah, and
for this
Agent Sam
episode.
helped execute this too. So there you go.
Right, it's time for
Did you know with Imo? Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Did you know
Go on, babes.
that Coca-Cola is the second most understood word globally after OK?
No.
and then taxi.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, well, it's such a big.
Yeah.
Everybody drinks that.
Everyone can speak a foreign language if you just ask for a Coke. Yeah, that's so true. Thanks, Im. Short
welcome.
but sweet.
What
and an
flavour
excellent-
is this cake?
It's sponge.
Oh no,
Nice vanilla sponge.
maybe we should eat it.
That's a really interesting answer, Anna.
What?
Sponge, because sponge isn't a flavour.
No, she means vanilla. She means like a Victoria sponge cake, don't you?
If I'm honest with you, I actually asked Grace what it was and she said sponge. So I'm just repeating what she said.
It could
So I
be
took
like
that to mean a
lemon
vanilla sponge. I think it's like a plain sponge.
Yeah.
Plain sponge.
Yum.
Can I just say that's such a granny word, isn't it? Sponge.
Sponge.
Oh, I've got a sponge cake.
It reminds me of vagina.
What sponge? Clunge.
Yeah,
Clunge. A clunge
maybe
cake.
sponge rhymes with clunge.
There it is. There
Right,
it is.
let's
Right,
crack
go.
on with some messages.
Yeah.
We've got one
Right.
in from Rachel. She says, "Good morning, LuAnna Mo. Inspiring story here for you lovely ladies, and a motivational fellow LuFannian. Last year, on one of your pods, a lady wrote in about how she had struggled financially after becoming a single mum. She thought big. Oh, I remember this story. Do you remember? And she went for a job which landed her $100K a year new career. Her words were, fake it till you make it and push aside imposter syndrome.
That's right.
I remember this. I was very inspired by that lady. That particular episode has lived rent-free in my head ever since. My marriage broke down 3 years ago and I'm a single mum. Oh, don't want to knock Boris. I'm a single mum too, and I have really struggled mentally and financially. However, I pulled up my big girl pants and decided I needed to level up for my son and change my life. So I went for the change and believed in myself. This week, I landed my dream job with a 100K salary and loads of incredible benefits, working in the medical aesthetics industry, a brand new industry to me, and 3 times my salary.
Wow.
Not only that, but I'll be gaining a medical qualification with letters after my name. I haven't stopped crying with happiness, and it's all down to your pod and that one lady's advice. You have changed my life because I always doubted myself. Anyone else out there that has any doubts about their skill set, capabilities, or worth, aim for the bloody stars, because if you fall short, you will land on the moon. Thank you. Keep up your life-changing work, ladies. Big love, Rachel from Northampton.
What an absolute uplifter.
Amazing. It's all about, guys, self-belief.
Mindset.
And bullshitting, honestly.
Mindset. Well, if you say you can, you can. There's so much to strive for. Honestly, this makes us so happy that this pod changes lives. Honestly, we quite honestly never thought we'd be doing that when we started it, but we bloody love it.
It's true that I had that conversation with Ted, the PT, this morning. I was in the gym and we were talking about things. And he was saying how he's got a new client that's quite overweight, but she's lost loads of weight and she's ditched the abusive partner. And he was like, it's so amazing. I said, it's so inspiring because you just, if you don't like something, only you have the ability to change it.
To make that change.
If you're not earning enough, go after that job. Think that you can fucking do it.
Retrain, get an extra qualification, a
if
side
you're with
hustle.
an arsehole partner, get rid of them.
Sack 'em off.
Be happy alone and then find someone new.
Yes.
It is all possible, but only you are able to make that change in your life.
Make that change. Right, message from Anonymous. So preach it though, Lou. From Anonymous. So Emmeline, hi LuAnna. I love the pod and all that shizzle. Please keep me anonymous and give me the cutest granny name.
Emily.
Well done, Imo. Me and my partner have been together nearly 10 years and I've always been besotted with him. He's literally my best friend and we also have a 1-year-old. Over a few years, I have thought something is going on with my partner. I found a condom in the driver's seat of his car, which he said they must have fallen out of his wallet. We don't use them. And he's been getting more and more secretive when it comes to his phone.
Oh, the flags.
Babes, the flags are flagging. So I did the worst thing a curious woman can do and took a sneaky peek at his phone whilst he was sleeping. Out of all the stupid mistakes I've made in my life, this is the one I regret the most. I looked at Messenger, nothing. Insta messages, nothing. WhatsApp, nothing. Okay, I thought my brain is just overthinking and he's genuinely not doing anything wrong. Cue WhatsApp archived messages. Why did I look? He had a few messages in there with the content causing concern, arranging to meet with someone whilst I was pregnant. I dropped that into an argument in the heat of the moment and he said it was someone he had been working with, so I got over it. A few days later, I looked at his phone again, but this time I found an app that is a private photo album with a password. Now, I couldn't guess the password, but I had access to his emails, so I downloaded the app on my phone and reset the login.
Quite smart.
I mean, she's going for it, isn't she?
She's like detective.
But look, this is it. When you know and you just need that. On it, I have found hundreds of photos of naked women and videos of women either pleasuring themselves or having sex. I thought it might be his wank bank until I noticed in one of the videos.
Oh no.
I could hear him.
Oh.
I also recognised the edge of him and his penis, and then I noticed the bracelet that I have bought him.
Oh no.
I've tried to ignore this as I love him too much. But now I found the messages from a woman arranging to meet on a day where he told me he had an appointment.
This is so shattering.
This is really sad.
So her life is like blown apart.
I know, Lou. Later that day, we had sex, and now I feel physically sick and brokenhearted that he's met up to have sex with some other women, and he's come home and he's had sex with me. I don't even know if he's used a condom, as we don't. I think he knows. I know, as he looked a little down and a bit sad. But I've not said I know, and he hasn't said what he's done.
Oh, God, you've got to.
This is bad. We both love each other, but I don't know how to go about raising it without breaking us up. He tends to normally twist arguments back onto me instead of owning up to what he's done. So I know he's going to fall on me that I've looked at his phone.
No, that's not a good enough excuse.
I don't want our family to break up, especially with a little toddler. I know how it feels for kids, as I've been there with my own parents. But I love him so much, and he hasn't totally... Babe.
And he hasn't totally broken my heart.
Babe,
and my
he has. But I love him so much, and he hasn't totally broken my heart and my trust. Honey, he has. How do I go about it when it eventually comes up? I don't want to shout about it randomly in an argument, which is the type of thing I normally do. But I also don't want to be dismissive. Please help. Oh,
God.
babe.
Well, look, do you know what? Firstly, what I will say is many people have affairs, and many people are able to patch up their relationship after an affair. So you can still stay together, right? And that seems to be what you want. And people are able to work through things. It sounds to me that it's more of a sex thing than an emotional affair.
I don't know.
I think that if you do love each other, you can work through this. I think that he has more of a sex problem.
I think you have to identify what your relationship is. So many relationships exist in non-monogamy. You know, maybe a non-monogamous relationship is something that he wants to have. Maybe it's something that you
are okay
can work with as well. She's
kind of okay with it.
I don't know if
she says he hasn't broken my heart.
I think you have to be really honest about what kind of relationship you want. I have friends of mine that are in polyamorous relationships. It is a very complicated. Well, it can work, but there are very strict boundaries around it. There are no boundaries in your relationship. And let me tell you now, honey, when there are no boundaries in your relationship and there are secrets going on, this is not a healthy relationship. I get you love him. I'm sure he loves you. And this is where it becomes complicated. But you have to really ask yourself, what is love? Love is trust, it's transparency, it's honesty, it's respect. And you have to ask yourself, do I feel those things from my partner? If the answer is no, then you have to ask yourself, how big a deal is that for me to stay in this relationship? I get this
really bad.
Yeah,
for
I think quite honestly, babe, the
it's
challenge,
sneaking around.
The challenge I have is when you say he'll turn it round on you, he is not going to take if he takes accountability for his actions, then as Lou said, yes, some couples can come through infidelity. But this sounds like a man that probably won't take accountability of his actions, but maybe give him that chance. I think what you need to do, look, you can't change anybody else. You can't control anybody else, and neither should you, but you can change and control yourself. Set your boundaries, set what you need and want in a relationship. Two very important things to factor in. Communicate that with him. If he meets you halfway and says, fine, I'm prepared to work within your boundaries, then fine, you have a chance. If he doesn't and he rejects your opinions and your feelings, he's no good. I'm really sorry. He's no good.
I feel really bad for you.
I feel for you.
I feel really bad for you because it's really, it doesn't sound like you're that mad at him.
Well, we can be blindsided and we can make things fit because we don't want to accept the truth. And I think you have to just say how you feel. Otherwise,
I think he might be a bit of a sex addict, though, to be honest.
Okay, but even if he is an addict, that's still not okay. If she's not comfortable
I think
with that.
like you could work through it. Do you know what I mean?
If he's prepared to accept
if he's just doing random hookups as opposed to an emotional affair,
that's the key that needs to be
that's
discovered.
what you need to discover. Is he having like an emotional and sexual affair, or has he become a bit like addicted to random hookups and he's actually got like some kind of addiction problem like you do with gambling or like you do with drugs or like you do with alcoholism, and that can be treated. And it just is up to you if you want to broach that with him and go through that process and stick by him. But what you can't do is just go about and like you say, how do I go about it when it eventually comes up? Like, I do think you need to grab the bull by the horns.
It's a ticking time bomb.
Because the more that you stay quiet, the more shit you're going to feel. And the more you're going to not trust him. Every time he says, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there, you're going to be second guessing. You're going to keep snooping through his stuff. You're going to keep going through his phone. And that's not healthy, because then you're going to become obsessive about where he is. It'll drive you mad.
You will end up becoming
crazy.
highly anxious.
Yeah.
You will end up, honestly, you're already doing things that you don't like doing. And we understand going through the phone thing. I would never advocate it. Look, I'll be honest. Maybe I'm being not the advice you thought I was going to give you on this one, but I think I work so much with relationships. This is not a healthy relationship unless you sort out your boundaries and your parameters. If you will accept shit, you will get shit. We have to teach others how to treat us. So you need to tell him what you need in your relationship. He either has a choice to work with you or he doesn't. But you do have a choice whether you stay or whether you go, depending on what you're prepared to put up with.
Doesn't sound like she wants to go.
Then
Like,
put up
if
with
you're
it.
prepared to put up with it and you can put it to one side, then that's
a choice.
That's a choice. But what I would say is if you're staying and it's making you feel like shit, like, you have to be the number one priority for yourself, like your mental health and your well-being. And you might think, well, I love him so much, I can turn a blind eye for it. I know many people that do that, right? And they just shut it off.
You can do that,
But if it's going to eat away at you, that's not healthy for you or your child, because you're going to get resentment towards him. But some people genuinely do have these open relationships.
Oh, look, relationships are complicated. Oh gosh, and there's a lot of people that do, and I know very successful open relationships. But what I do know,
I actually have never known a successful open relationship.
I know only because I guess I work in that remit. But what I do know with that is it has to be extremely transparent and boundaried.
Transparent.
It has to be. It's the only way it works.
And
it's the
this
only way it
isn't
works.
transparent. And I think that's what you need to get to.
Yeah.
You never know. You might end up joining in.
Well, you never know. I would say be cautious, because I think you're basically settling for scraps at the moment, and I think you're trying to make it fit. But I don't think you're happy.
I wonder what Boris thinks about it.
What do you think, Boris Cake? Right, message from Catherine next.
She says, so I've been sitting on this story since last summer, and honestly, it's time.
Oh.
Time to share the sting. We live on the beautiful North Wales coastline.
Llangfeshan.
Thank you, to be exact. Gorgeous views, salty air. It's a dream. One sunny post-school run, I took my then 18-month-old Benny and 4-year-old Thomas for a little wander on the beach. It was very wholesome until we stumbled across a jellyfish washed up on the shore.
Ew.
Now, I'm that mum, the over-enthusiastic, slightly nerdy one who grabs every chance to teach the kids something.
This is me.
So I launch into this marine biology TED talk like, boys, did you know that only the tentacles sting, not the top of the jellyfish?
This is literally me.
Cue the boys instantly turning it into a percussion session. They're whacking this jellyfish like it's a bloody bongo drum. Thomas is conducting a jellyfish symphony. Then little Benny, barefoot and fearless, decides to kick it.
Classic kid.
Boom. Tentacles exposed, screams, fully blown toddler agony, red face, tears everywhere. Mum guilt hits me like a wave. And then, I don't know if this was instinct or just years of watching Friends, I know what she's going to do.
We just know this is going to happen.
But my brain goes full Joey Tribbiani. I yank down my trousers and knickers right there on the beach and grab my screaming toddler's foot and I pee on it.
Can I just say, fair play for the impromptu piss.
To this day, yeah. I have no idea if anyone saw, and honestly, I don't want to know. My eldest Thomas stares at me mortified and says, not on me, I'm fine. I scoop up both kids like some deranged wildlife rescuer, one under each arm, and bolt to the car. Benny's still howling like a banshee, and I'm thinking the worst is behind us. Wrong.
Oh, what?
Halfway through the drive, I start to feel something, a tingle downstairs, but not the good kind. Turns out, fun fact, jellyfish stingers can transfer via touch. So yeah, by helping my son, I somehow gave myself jellyfish vagina.
Whoa.
I've been there.
You've done that, I remember.
I got stung by one in Mexico on my vag.
Yeah.
The pain was unholy.
Stop
I
it.
had to soak in the bath for 5 hours. 5.
Really?
And my husband walks in like, why is our son breastfeeding in the tub with you? And I'm just like, don't ask. Just Google jellyfish cross-contamination and bring wine. The best part, a year later we can laugh, kind of. But now every time Benny sees a jellyfish book or on the telly, he proudly shouts, Benny boo-boo foot, Mammy boo-boo Gina.
Stop, Gina.
Oh, Gina.
Mammy Gina.
I thought she called it
Who the
Gina.
fuck's Gina?
So yeah, we live, we learn.
Yep.
We maybe traumatise our kids and our genitals in the process. P.S. Peeing on a jellyfish sting makes it worse. So screw you, friends. All the best. Catch 'em.
Yeah, we know this now, don't we? For the weeing thing is a myth.
Doesn't work.
The weeing thing is a
vinegar
myth.
works.
But also, how many people across the globe do you think all believed Joey Tribbiani and Friends?
Well,
and have
everybody.
done the urine
Everybody
thing?
pisses on it.
Everyone, and it doesn't
But
work.
did Friends make that up?
I don't know.
Or is it a thing?
I think it's a thing, and Friends ran with it. And
So it doesn't work, peeing?
no,
How do you know that?
because we've done that before. Someone's like totally disproved it, that it's bollocks, apparently, yeah. Apparently so. Imo, would you mind just disproving
Imo's
it
on the
again?
old
In the meantime,
goggly.
though, remember, if you want to get in touch, guys, do email us. It's LuAnna at everythingluanna.com. Or you can drop us a WhatsApp. It's 07745 266 947.
Now, this is a really interesting story. So basically, a woman's diabetes has been reversed after the world's first stem cell transplant.
Wow, go on.
This has come from China. China. Chinese scientists claimed a breakthrough reversal of a patient's type 1 diabetes. So type 1, not teaching how to suck eggs, is the one that you're born with. It's like the one that little kids get and stuff.
My best friend has type 1.
Yeah,
and it's
can't.
really quite debilitating.
It's really bad.
She walks around, she has one of these little pump things.
and you have to
it's really
you can monitor it by like an app on your phone and stuff.
It's quite
But anyway,
a big
it was a
deal.
world first procedure. She was injected with stem cells, which are harvested from her own body. Because in type 1 diabetes, people's own immune system starts attacking their pancreas as early as from childhood, which damages the islet cells or islet cells responsible for making insulin. So for now, the only long-term cure has been via a pancreas transplant.
I didn't know that.
But in the short term, before you can do that, most of them rely on insulin injections and like control their blood sugar. But basically, she had these stem cells which can be nurtured and grown. Stem cells are like blank cells. So that you can make a stem cell into any kind of other cell.
All right, TED Talk.
Because I really like
Honestly,
biology.
she loves a bit of this.
So you can
Imo's
harvest
nodding.
And
We're
do you know
getting it
what?
right.
A lot of people, when they have babies,
Yes,
so in
stem
the
cell.
umbilical cord, you can stem cell harvest. So if there's any issues in your family, you've got blank stem cells.
I did think about
It is
that with
quite
her.
amazing. I think I thought about it, but
I thought about it, didn't do it, yeah.
I feel like I might have done it.
I didn't do it.
Can't remember. Anyway,
remember
so
being
stem
offered.
cells can be grown into any tissue and then used to replace like the tissue in the body. So basically, they've extracted these cells, they've put them into this 25-year-old female patient, and basically
cured it.
they've been programmed to grow into this islet or islet cells of the pancreas, injected into her abdomen. It's only gone and bloody worked.
It's nuts, absolutely nuts. So after 2.5 months, clinicians found that the patient was producing enough of her own insulin.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, the researchers said the patient achieved sustained insulin independence starting 75 days post-transplantation.
It's now been a year.
This is amazing.
And the procedure has restored the glycemic control in the patient, which has
Wow.
basically reversed her type 1 diabetes.
Incredible.
That is amazing.
That is when science blows our minds.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Do you know what? That is actually such a revelation for anyone that lives with type 1, because
and
I
also
see
there's
with my
little
friend.
kids with it. It's really sad. It's such a hard way to grow up.
It's such a limiting illness,
Yeah.
a thing to have that I think that's amazing. Next story, I got a horrifying 7-year infection,
Such
says
a
this
LuAnna story.
headline, after my boyfriend farted in my face. Doctors were stunned when they looked up my nose. So here we go. A lady called Christine has
Poor
revealed the painful
Christine.
symptoms that she was left with following a joke from her ex-partner, which she says is the worst thing she's ever smelled. I mean, that says something.
It's not funny
so
because
this
she's
is-
suffered for 7 years,
So,
but
yeah.
it is funny.
7-year infection after her boyfriend farted in her face. Can I just say, Imogen Rosehart, you are to be congratulated.
Can I say, I found this story.
Louisa, you are to be congratulated as well, because it's made it onto the pod. The pair have parted ways, but Christine Connell is her full name. She
parted ways after he parted his ass in her face.
Farted. Plagued by a stuffy nose and facial pain for years afterwards. She traced her symptoms back to this fateful night spent in a hotel room. She was lying in bed, recovering from knee surgery. When her boyfriend broke wind whilst he was changing in front of her. I mean, this could happen to us all, girls. The content creator claims that she's been battling with sinus infections 7 years since it happened. But she didn't think to connect her health issues to the gassy incident.
You wouldn't, would you?
I mean, you wouldn't, Lou. You wouldn't think that fart in my snoz has
causing my sinus infections.
But she says they said this could be caused by a virus and it tends to clear up on their own in a matter of weeks, although it can linger for longer if caused by bacteria or a fungus. So yeah, basically, best possible breakup, she's gone on to say on TikTok, the best possible breakup revenge that anyone could ever get. She said, I've had a persistent sinus infection ever since he and I stayed in a hotel one night after I had surgery and he farted terribly. I couldn't breathe, she said. She'd never smelt gas so vile. She went, there's not anything that even compares to that. I mean, you haven't spent a night with the Zisman, let me tell you. So there you go. You can get sinus infections.
They tested up her nose and she had E. coli.
It's E. coli, Lo.
She had E. coli.
E. coli up the schnoz as a result of a fart in the face.
Mean, yeah.
If that's not a petty Polly, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. She went, oh, hang on, his butt was facing me. And that is when the fart happened. She stressed that he was not intending to fart in my face. He was just getting in bed and my face happened to be in the path of the fart that was released. The poor woman, she just had ankle surgery she was recovering from.
She said, maybe if I'd have been healthy, it wouldn't have happened.
She's blaming herself.
When I say it was the worst fart I've ever smelt in my life, I truly mean that. Well, at least she's got it. He actually just E. coli'd her.
Just literally guffed a death
That's
guff.
why you shouldn't do
You should never do fart particles, you see.
It's shit particles.
Death by shit particles. She could have died, Lou. She could have died.
Can you die from E. coli?
I mean, probably. Wow. But she didn't, thank God.
Anyway.
Great story. Oh, Imo, did we get an answer to the thing I asked you to Google, which I can't remember what I asked you to Google?
Does peeing on a jellyfish sting help? No. It is
See,
not recommended and will not relieve the pain.
Yeah, we've done this before, I'm sure.
So Joey Tribbiani.
Talk shit. Right, here we go. Let's muff hunt into It's the Widow of the Week. Right, Anonymous So Paulette. Hi, I'm hoping this isn't just me, but when I have a bath, I find myself not weeing before I get in. In fact, I basically hold it in, so I can wee the minute that I'm in the scalding hot water. Ew. Something strangely satisfying about sitting in water as hot as the sun and having that
maybe I should try it.
Moment. Don't do it, Lou.
I never have bath.
Don't do a
I
golden
hate having
shower.
a bath. I don't have time.
Oh, I love
Who
a
has
bath?
time
Me.
to have a bath? Well,
Me.
there you go.
I have a bath.
That just explains
I have a
everything
bath
about it.
every night and I love my bath.
Do you?
Lotions, potions. Oh, I love a bath.
I cannot be asked.
It's part of my relaxation. The phone goes off, the bath comes on.
I do get a bit
Love it.
gel about Anna's ability to switch off because
It's
I'm
important.
really bad.
You have to switch off. Lou.
I
That's why you're
couldn't-
always tired.
I couldn't think of anything worse than wasting my life blobbing in a bed of water
See,
with a fucking candle lit.
different folks, different strokes.
Do you know what I mean? It's just a waste of your life. How long are you spending in there?
I don't know, 40 minutes.
Oh, as if you've got.
What are you doing?
I haven't got 40 minutes. I'm doing shit, mate.
What?
I've got a lot of shit to do.
What are you doing at that time of night?
Oh,
You need
I'm
to
making
relax.
shit.
You need to look
I'm
after your
crafting.
mental. Yeah, but that's good for your mental
cooking.
health. So that works for you. So for
I'm
me,
scrolling.
well, there you go. You need to come off your scrolling.
I do need
Stop
to
doom
stop
scrolling. I cut that phone
Yeah,
off.
but
I
no,
get in my
you
bath.
don't. You're a liar. We were messaging each other
Okay,
at
last
11
night we
o'clock
were.
last night. Funny reels.
Do you know
we
what?
do it often. We're always sending each
you
other
know
shit
what?
and you always replying to me straight away. And then we start sending each other voice notes laughing about reels.
Okay.
They're totally inappropriate for us to share on Instagram. But
That's
it's
not
just
wrong,
like has to be
actually.
a private
That's
joke
not wrong.
between the two of us
Okay.
because they're just actually socially unacceptable, but they're really fucking hilarious.
Taps into our humour. when I do come off my phone for my bath. No, it's important.
40 minutes.
Have a little pamper sesh. It's important, Lou. You've got to be done.
Can't
I need to
bother.
still my brain and my mind. It gets overwhelmed otherwise. Anyway, she says, there's nothing as joyful as getting into that moment. So yes, I'm aware I'm sat in my own piss, but I have 3 kids. So at this point, my baths never last longer than about 5 minutes.
There you
I
go.
also copper squat before exiting said bath and wee out the water that has inevitably gathered in my vag.
It goes in the vag.
Yeah, we all know the struggle, ladies. We
Don't
do.
you get that?
Yes.
The times I do have a bath, why is that?
It's sort of...
And it comes out.
It's like a little...
Vacuum.
A little bag, a little sandwich bag of water that's in your nun and then it just comes out. Oh, Lou, you need to... It's life transforming.
And do you
Me
know
and
what
my
else?
bubble baths.
I
love
know
them.
that I don't clean the bath, but like the bath I don't have a bath in my bathroom. There's one in Andrew's bathroom, so I have to go in his bathroom. But it's like a copper bath. And so like it gets like all the water splashes, like ruin it.
What do you mean?
We have to polish it after. And you have to like polish the copper, otherwise it gets the marks of the water
You know
on it.
how you started
and
this,
that bothers me.
you know-
even though I don't polish
You
it.
do have other baths in the house that you could use.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't walk all that way. I don't want to walk through half the
You know
house
how you
cold
started this...
and in a towel.
You know, listen, you started this
So
episode
far, yeah.
talking about relatable and getting back to our roots. We need to just get you in a normal bath. Just a normal bath with a splash of Radox or Badidus and just enjoy that
What's
bath.
Badidus?
Badidus, it's the OG bubble bath.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, yeah, Badidus. Yeah.
Bex is nodding. She's heard of
See,
Badidus.
Beck started smart
You know,
laughing
like,
at Badidus.
I see Stacey Solomon sprinkling flowers and shit in
Well, you
her
could
bath.
do that shit.
No, all I think of when I see Stacey Solomon's bath is thrush. I just think her poor
She
vagina.
says that, actually, though.
Her
She does
poor
say that.
fanny must be suffering. Okay, I think about Stacey Solomon's vagina a lot.
You.
Well, because I just think, babes, I love her videos. She edits them all so well.
Beautifully.
It's all like romantic and nice. But my God, she's whacking a lot of shit in those baths.
She admits she does, but she calls them her thrush baths.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I can relate to
I
that shit.
did have a bath when I was in Italy
Congratulations.
because I had time.
There you go.
I even took a picture of it.
Did you like it?
Got a bit bored.
I mean-
I read a book for about 5
What,
minutes.
in the bath?
Yeah.
Okay, well done. This is good. You're
I was very
progressing.
relaxed when I was in
See?
Italy.
There you go.
Yes. But it made me more tired. I was tired when I was there. I wasn't feeling energised.
But some
I've
people...
got to be on the go all the time,
Yeah.
like a Duracell bunny on acid, on speed, on every single amphetamine going. That's me.
Yeah, that is Lou. I am not like that.
No.
That's not how I get my energy. Right, next one, Lou. Anonymous. So Jennifer.
Oh, Jen. She says, hello, love the pod and all that jazz. Please keep me on and call me Jennifer. I have a weird of the week about myself. I'm currently in the beauty industry and I started off working in spas doing lots of massages. We all used to massage men and women and we'd sometimes do couples massages, as in one therapist does one partner and the other does the other in the same room. We would be doing our usual back massage to the male clients, and at the beginning of my career, I was surprised that 9 times out of 10, when I would turn the client over to start massaging the front, they would have a massive hard-on.
Lob on.
It happened more often. It happened that often you would just get used to looking at the men's lob-ons. Wow, is that a thing then? Wow, imagine that. Ping.
It's quite common.
Hello.
There it is.
Just to clarify, nor did any of the ladies I work with do anything on purpose to make the men arouse. But is it weird that now when I turn my male clients over and they don't have a hard on, I feel like I haven't done a good job?
Yeah.
Is that weird? Thank you for brightening my week.
I can imagine
relate
that.
to that. Because
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Oh.
what have I done wrong?
Was I not good
Why
enough?
haven't you got a boner?
Yeah, exactly.
Was it not sensual enough for you?
I would say as a life coach, there's a bit of a rejection complex going on there.
She's not getting the job satisfaction from the softies.
I would probably feel like that. I'd be
I
like, have I
would.
lost my touch?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. I'd
Love that.
100% feel like that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
would.
then you'd probably go more like, turn back over again.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be even more
let me-
sensual.
let me get in.
Let me get stuck
and
right
see
in.
if I can do it.
Yeah, give it a go. Some excellent weirdos
Just
this
seeing
week,
if I've-
guys.
If I've got a
Oh,
rant.
yeah, you're going to rant this week, babes? Or are we doing happy? I mean, you have got Boris the Duck. I mean, maybe it's a happy moment this week.
I think I'm happy.
You're
because,
happy? You think you're happy?
I haven't
You
made
seem
any
quite
notes
happy.
about it.
You seem
I'm
quite
so
happy.
content, actually.
I mean, look at Bozza.
do you know what I want to do?
What do you want to
I
do,
just
though?
want to move to Italy
Oh, okay.
and get a pottery wheel.
Yeah.
And a beehive.
And a truffle hunting dog.
And a little dog.
Yeah.
The truffle. They breed those little dogs. They're really cool. But I'm going to buy a pottery wheel.
I would quite like you to, actually. I like pottery.
Yeah, but I just want like a silly little beginner's one at first because I don't want to go and spend too much.
No.
I figured I'll spend like 70 quid.
Just get one off Argos.
Yeah.
Get one off Argos.
Yeah, who uses Argos?
I love a bit of Argos.
No, Amazon's my best friend.
Yeah, you love a bit of Amazon.
Just love it.
Well, no rant. I mean, how can she possibly rant? She has a Boris the duck cake.
This is the best thing I've ever been given.
Yeah,
the
of
thing
Grace
is, though,
Eva cakes.
I'm going to feel bad when I have to throw Boris in the bin.
No, you're not going to throw that in the bin.
Shall we eat it?
Yeah, let's eat that. Let's eat that.
Shall we could video us eating it.
I feel a bit bad.
That could play into some people's like
cake
kinks. Yeah. I'm going to eat Boris. Oh my God.
Well, listen, thanks again.
I actually can't. I'm going to show the kids Boris.
It is, yeah, you have to say that. Thanks again to Grace and to her lovely husband
so
Steve
much.
for coming down from Yorkshire, and to Agent Sam for being the admin as always.
I love it.
Well done, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening. I hope you've had a good day. That's talking shit. But don't... See you next Monday. But if you don't want to wait until Monday, on Thursday, yes, back on track. We have LuAnna, totally extra. But of course, this is your episode, guys. We need you, Lufanians. So send in your emails, all your chat, your guff to LuAnna at everythingluanna.com.
You can also hop onto WhatsApp, send us a voice note or a message. Our number is 07745 266 947. Please do follow the podcast. It's that little box that says follow in the right hand of your screen. Tell someone about us, make them listen. Spread the gospel of LuAnna because you know you all need to. And yeah, give us a rating and all that other bollocks. We'll see you on Thursday. Love you. Bye.
Don't forget YouTube. Because you can watch us on YouTube as well.
I did say that earlier
days?
in the episode.
Did you? And again, just in case, what days is it?
Wednesday and Friday.
There you go. Bye.
Bye.
You've been watching LuAnna the podcast.
What do they need to do, Anna?
Make sure you subscribe.
Boom.